Writing VBA code lets you automate actions within your database. One benefit of that automation is speed. You don't need users to initiate or confirm many actions. They just happen because of your code. Some actions, such as deleting a table row, usually requires users to verify the action. You can choose to hide those warning boxes so your code runs without interruption. For this exercise, we're going to use two database objects. First is the products table, and the second is the manage warnings form. First, I'm going to open the products table just by double-clicking it in the navigation pane, and then click the first open product name field. And the idea is that I'm going to add two new products that we'll just delete in a minute. So let's say that we have lime infused olive oil, LIME, and don't worry about the product ID. That's an auto number field, and because I've worked through this exercise before, the numbers are higher than they would normally be. So we have lime, I'll press the tab key, and product packaging, it is a bottle. Press tab, and the cost is also $12.50. Now press tab, and then tab again, so that I can enter a new product name. And in this case, we'll do lilac, L-I-L-A-C. It is a bottle, so I press tab to move to the product package. And then the product cost is $12.50, and press tab again. With that change in place, we can open the Manage Warnings form. So I'll right-click the Manage Warnings form in the navigation pane and click Design View. This form has two buttons. The first is Turn Warnings Off, and the second is Turn Warnings On. So we're going to add code to the buttons. To do that, I will right-click the Turn Warnings Off button. That's the one on top. Then click Build Event. Then in the Choose Builder dialog box, click Code Builder, and then click OK. When I do, Access creates a code window so that I can put in code that will run when the button is clicked. Now I'll press the Enter key twice and up arrow once to give myself some room to work. Now we're turning warnings off, so I will use the code do command, D-O-C-M-D, period, set warnings, S-E-T, W-A-R-N-I-N-G-S, space, and then warnings on can be either true or false. I want them to be off, so I'll type false, and then press Enter. Now I'm going to press Alt F11 to go back to the form, and right-click the Turn Warnings On button. And we'll just repeat the steps we did before. Click Build Event. In the Choose Builder dialog box, click Code Builder, and then click OK. So now I can add code for this command button, and it's exactly the same as what we had above, except instead of false, it's going to be true. So I will copy that code, selecting it with my mouse, press Ctrl-C to copy, and then paste it in the subroutine below, and backspace over false, and type in true, and press Enter. So with that code in place, I can press Alt F11 to go back to the form, and then on the Design tab of the ribbon, click the View button to switch back to Form View. Now before I go back to the Products table, I want to click the Turn Warnings Off button. You didn't see anything from the code running, but it did, and it turned off warnings. So now if I click the Products Tables tab at the top of the object window, and then right-click the row header from Lilac, and click Delete Record, Access deletes the record without verifying that I wanted to do so. As an advanced user of Access, I'm sure that you've seen that when you delete a record, Access by default asks if you're sure you want to do that because the data is gone and cannot be recovered. So now let's turn warnings back on. To do that, click the Manage Warnings Forms tab on the tab bar, and then click the Turn Warnings On button. Then switch back to the Products table, right-click the row header for the Lime row, and from the shortcut menu, click Delete Record. And when we do, we get the You Are About to Delete One Record confirmation dialog box. In this case, we want it to stay gone, so we'll click Yes. Turning warnings off helps your code run without interruption, but it also denies users the ability to think twice about deleting a table row or a database object. It's a powerful technique, but use it wisely.